The year is 5784, and this is verse 5784 in the Bible or in the Torah. And there's a tradition that says each verse in the Torah corresponds to a year in time. So this is the verse for this year. We are already in 5784, and this one would be for 5785. And we'll have a look at both of them. If they were wise, they would think about this, gain insight into their future. So this is for 5785 now. How could one of the enemy have routed 1,000? Or two put 10,000 to flight? Or two making 10,000 people flee? Unless their rock, Hashem, God, had sold them, or Hashem had given them up. And we'll go through a couple of sources. If they were wise, they would understand this. They would understand that if such a disaster had befallen a great nation like the Jewish people, one of which at one time could pursue 1,000 of its enemies, how much worse would befall them, a relatively small nation like that which had hosted them while they were in exile, unless their rock, God, had sold them. The verb appears in the sense in which it is used in Judges 4:9. We know this. This is the Kenite story of Sisera, Heber the Kenite, and his wife Yael, where it says, for the Lord will deliver Sisera into the hands of a woman. If they were wise and understood that God did all of this to Israel because of their sins, they would comprehend their eventual end, namely that God would do so to them because of their sins, and likely much worse. How should or could one chase? It's quoting our verse again. If Israel was wise, they would understand how one of their enemies could pursue 1,000 Israelites. This occurred only because their rock has forsaken them. And this is again referring to next year. So if you take the two verses together, they both spell trouble that isn't going to get any easier anytime soon. But again, this isn't prophecy from me. I want to make that clear. I'm just showing what the sources say and what the verses actually say. There's no way I can manipulate this. And I'll carry on with more sources.